Good evening. Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I just want to make sure my sound is audible. You can give me a like or comment if you can't hear me. Like if you can hear me. Thank you for the feedback. Just give me a second. I've been having technical issues. Power keeps going on and off. Let's give it 2 minutes for other people to join. Meanwhile, going to mute my mic. Okay, just 1 more minute. Again, if you can hear me, like. If you can't hear me, please put a comment in the comment section. Okay, I take it everyone can hear me and we can begin. Awesome. So today's session is how to sell without feeling pushy. A lot of sales reps, a lot of people, actually people in general, they struggle with selling. Not because selling is hard, but it's because selling is a very emotional thing. Uh, it plays on your fears a lot, the fear of rejection, etc. And one of the fears is the feeling that you're being too pushy, too beggy, too needy, you name it. So here we're going to be discussing how you can actually overcome selling without feeling pushy. Thank you for joining the 30-minute sales gym. Again, we're going to be trying to fit this into a 30-minute session. What we're going to be talking about is unlocking one of the biggest hidden blockers in sales, which is internal resistance. It's one thing to face resistance from the people externally, but if you fear resistance or you have your own internal resistance towards what you're selling, automatically you have failed. The real reason you feel pushy isn't exactly what you think. This is to catch your attention. So, what is the real reason, right? Now, who is this for? This session is for business owners, anyone aiming to establish a business. You have a product you want to launch, you're a business owner, small business, you're trying to get your revenue up. This is for you. Sales reps, this is also for you. If you sell anything, are consistently in the field looking for someone to buy a product you're selling, or this is how you earn your bread and butter. Your teams join this session. It's free, it's open, anyone can attend. Why me? My name is Carl Capapiro, over 18 years in sales, sold in so many countries. I'm going to change this slide soon to be better, but yes, this is a bit about me. High ticket, low ticket items, sold products ranging from real estate, software. I've sold uh, anything. I can sell everything. So once you learn how to sell, you learn the fundamentals of selling. That means you can apply them to any product. So what's the real reason you feel pushy, right? What is it? Uh, it's not that you hate selling. Everyone loves selling. Everyone loves putting money in their pocket. Uh, and the easiest way to get money into your pocket is by selling a product or a service. So it's not that you hate selling. Uh, you hate actually being rejected, judged, or ignored. It's your ego. Your ego is what actually drives uh, that feeling of internal resistance, that resistance to selling. Pushy is often a self perception problem, not a buyer perception problem. So it's you have decided from the beginning that what I'm about to embark on, this sale, uh, is going to be painful. Therefore, it becomes painful. It's a mindset issue. It's simply that. Uh, Most of you, you're not actually pushy. You're just uncomfortable with the influence you hold as a sales rep. And as sales reps, we are very influential. If you watched one of the videos on TikTok where I'm talking about the power of sales reps, as sales reps, we have the power to control economies. We are world shakers. Countries with the best sales reps are the most powerful countries, have the best economies. Look at China, how much product they push out. Look at the US, how much product they sell. Look at Russia. It's all about selling a product. So you're sorry, I understand I might not be showing slides. Let me just confirm. So I'm just going to reshare the slides. Please confirm if you can see the slides now. Just give me a thumbs up if you can see the slides, please. Okay, perfect. So most of you are not pushy, you're just uncomfortable with influence. Again, as I was saying, it's not it's the power a sales rep has. That's what you're uncomfortable with. Selling is equal to value transfer, not pressure. So another thing is, again, it's a mindset. So what we're trying to do now is shift the mindset from I'm pressuring people to buy a product. I'm pushing a product. We don't practice push sales. So, what I'm teaching here on a weekly basis, what I talk about on a daily basis, is not push selling. It's not buy this, buy this, buy this. It's actually solving a problem. So selling is equal to value transfer. It's not pressure. Selling is helping someone to make a better decision faster. So long as you're selling a product, you're helping someone to solve a problem they have. It's you doing them a justice, a service, by directing them to a product that will solve their problem. Therefore, if you considered it that way, then selling is actually the ethical thing to do. It's the right thing. It could be selling could be looked at as your good deed for the day. Therefore, if selling is your good deed for the day, not selling is unethical. Pushiness is forcing something onto someone, whereas professional selling, what we are talking about, is guiding someone towards the solution to their problem. Have you ever heard of something called cognitive dissonance? Cognitive dissonance. Uh, Buyers feel stress when they know they need something but don't act. And so your role is to resolve that tension from the buyer, right? Relieve the buyer of their tension. Let's go into cognitive dissonance in a bit more detail. It's literally mental discomfort experienced when holding two or more contradictory beliefs or values. Now, I'll put it in a sales context. Because cognitive dissonance is when you know you need to sell something to someone, but you don't actually believe what you're selling is going to solve the problem. So you start having this negative, uh, this negative attitude towards selling. But it's actually not an issue with you selling the product, it's an issue of your belief system. Look at it as selling a product you know won't solve a customer's problem. Therefore, you feel you're being pushy because you don't feel your product will solve the problem. I always like to say this: not everyone is your customer. If you can't solve the person's problem, don't force them to buy what they would do not need. Uh, Look at the meat paradox. It's a meat lover eating meat, and yet they are guilty for eating meat. They love animals. An animal lover, sorry, is eating meat. I love cows. I love goats. I love sheep. I love dogs. And then I feel guilty for eating the meat. The fixes to such a situation are change your behavior. So either stop selling that product or stop believing that that product does not work. You have to choose one. You can't be stuck in the middle. It's either your product works and therefore sell it, or it does not work and don't sell it. Uh, that's You need a justification for why you're selling it. So literally understand your product and understand why you're selling it, and then sell it. If it doesn't work for that person you're talking to at that time, don't just keep selling to make the commission. Be ethical about it. So, cognitive dissonance, read more about it. Then let's understand why people resist. Because, again, one of the biggest fears is people will resist me. So, even when they need you, why do people resist you? And then why do you come off pushy? So humans are wired for autonomy. I think if I were to tell you right now, let me give you an example. If I were to tell you right now exactly what to do, you'd most likely not do it. Therefore, you want to do things at your pace. Humans are wired to be independent, to have control of their activities or their actions. Now, when you force them to do something, so when you are pushy, it actually leads to the opposite result. It leads to resistance. I have someone selling me a product. They feel push sales is going to get me across the finish line. I need the product they're selling me. I want it. I'm willing to pay for it, but not just yet. I'm not ready today. No matter how much you push me, I'm going to resist to the extent where I said, okay, listen, if it's going to be this complicated, this stressful dealing with you, I would rather look for another option. There are other companies out there that can do the same thing. So I want autonomy. I want control over my decision making process. Then there's what you call the reactance theory. So today it's a lot of theories, it's a lot of science. Remember, sales is a science, it's not an art. Anyone can learn. The more pressure people feel, the more they resist, even against their best interest. So the more you put pressure on someone, the more reluctant they are, the more resistant they are to you, the more reluctant they are to follow you, to be led by you because of the pressure. They will resist. The moment you push too hard, you trigger resistance. Therefore, in all your conversations, you don't want to be pushy, you don't want to be needy. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The harder you push, the harder they resist. Sorry about that. Power is on and off. I can't control that. Hopefully, you can still see the slides and hear me. The more relaxed you are, the more open they become. So, again, last time we mentioned how animals can sense fear, similar to how customers can sense desperation, they can sense a lack of knowledge, uh, they can sense when you're calm and confident in your solution. And therefore, if they can sense that, they will also lean into it. But it's the same here. If you're not relaxed and you're pushy, you're too energetic, they also become the same. They move, they react in the opposite way, they run away. Don't push, instead, create pull. Make people want to listen to you, make people want to buy from you. Then we also have what we call the attraction principle in sales. Uh, uh, Guys, these slides are all going to be online. All these videos we do for the 30-minute sales gym, they are saved and you can always refer back. So if there's anything you miss, you're taking notes, hopefully. But if you do miss anything, feel free, come back, review the video. Take note, go do some research of your own. In case you don't believe me, you do your own research. These are principles that exist in sales in the world. These are studies. Sales is a science. So let's talk the attraction principle, which is relating back to don't push, create pull. People move toward what feels safe. Uh, there's a joke on TV where black people always run away from something, whereas Caucasians run towards it. In this case, let's look at sales being safe. They want to run towards a seller who is confident, who is clear or has clarity, and who shows certainty in what they are selling. So if you can prove to me that your product will solve my problem, and I feel you can actually solve my problem, I will buy. Just know your energy transfers to the buyer. Remember, we talked about the first call, the first interaction. Always smile on a cold call because that energy transfers. The same is here, emotional contagion. your energy transfers to the buyer. So if you don't feel positive, therefore they do not feel positive. If you are pushy, they also react and they feel pushed, they move away. Uh, if you feel desperate, they feel pressure. If you feel calm, then they feel safe. So never, don't assume because you're putting a lot of energy into it, you're going to get the sales done. It's not usually the case. Actually, I remember my brother once told me I was too calm. Uh, it was a huge argument about why I'm too calm. And the answer is really, it attracts more. So, calmness is not a bad thing. You can relax, tone it down, be calm, sales will come to you. Trust removes the need to push. So, if you've created trust with the buyer, you don't need to push. uh, Create trust, let them do most of the talking. 80-20 rule. uh, Build rapport, you've got 5 seconds to do so. Create as much trust, credibility, reliability, intimacy, low self orientation. Just create a lot of trust so that they feel confident in you. They only want to buy from you. The more you focus on them, the less pushy you feel. So the more you talk about your product, oh no, this phone is better. Oh no, these specs are better. The less they want to buy. It's so pushy. Yet you could be asking them, so in terms of specs, do you prefer rubber, uh, at the tips? What are you looking at? Round frame. Round frame would suit you. Yeah, that look. Why don't you try a round frame? You're constantly trying to drive them to the product that will give you a higher commission, and that's a big mistake a lot of salespeople make, which drives people away. I was at a supermarket once. I just wanted to buy something. I've told this story before. I knew what I had gone in to buy. I had the cash in my pocket. One of the sales reps in that section comes over and says, "Listen, why don't you take this instead?" And I looked at them and I said, "Nah, it's not really my thing. I want that." And they went into, "Oh, this one is good. It tastes like this. It's like this." Uh, just know in the end, I left that supermarket, went to another one, and bought what I wanted when no one was pushing me towards something I didn't really want. So the focus should be on me and my preference as the buyer, not you and your preference as the salesperson. So when you say you don't want to be pushy, I equate it to the fear of rejection. It's the biggest fear that we have as salespeople is the fear of rejection, fear of looking desperate, being disliked. And a lot of us, we don't want to hear the word no. We fear rejection actually more than we value success. So a lot of people don't go out and do what they want to do because they fear that they will fail, and so they don't go and actually do it. Whereas the chances of success once you start doing something are higher than when you don't do it. So people fear rejection a lot more than they fear being successful. Therefore, they stop. You're not afraid of being pushy, you're afraid of losing your status, your position. Again, it goes back to ego. It's an ego issue. Stop selling, start diagnosing. This is the cure to your problem. Once you stop selling, you take yourself out of a sales mindset into a I'm a doctor, I'm curing mindset. uh, it changes. You change your position in the equation. You're no longer having to drive home a point to push something. You're now letting the person who wants a problem solved sell themselves into your solution. So ask more than you tell, ask more questions, diagnose, diagnose, diagnose. Be a doctor. We used to call it RXing. Uh, be a doctor. RX, RX, RX. Understand before you present. The challenge is you're rushing to present features instead of actually understanding the problem. And then lead the conversation. And leading conversations is not you talking more, by the way. Leading a conversation is simply asking a question and then nudging the prospect along. So simple gestures like, yeah, yeah, I totally understand. Continue. Oh, and what would happen if you're leading the conversation, yet you yourself aren't saying much? Uh, so we always go back to diagnose. Imagine you're in a hospital. How does the doctor treat you? If the doctor just rushed to giving you a treatment, big problem. They first diagnose, then they prescribe, and then they close. So follow the same path. Diagnose the problem your prospect or lead has, then prescribe solutions that will work, and then close. So let me understand your situation first. Remove pressure completely. So you'd want to try this. If you're taking notes, you can screenshot. Again, you can come back to the video. Uh, Try this. Would it make sense to explore this further? Put it in their hands. Is what you're discussing something they would want to discuss further? Uh, are you open to seeing how this could work? If you're offering a demo or presentation of sorts, those are questions you can ask to not sound pushy. Why it works, it gives perceived control back to the buyer. You're still controlling the conversation, but you're giving them the option, and it also reduces resistance. They've got the choice, they maintain autonomy. So you could try these two statements to just tone down the pushiness and the pressure. Then make inaction more painful than action. So make your prospects feel like inaction, not taking action, is more painful than if they actually took the action. Remember, the same way you feel uh, fear more, you fear your fear more than the actual value or the actual success of it, is the same way your prospect is. They don't want to take the next step because they fear what would happen if they failed, as opposed to what would happen if they succeeded. It's the same thing. So we want to try this. We ask the question, what happens if you don't fix this problem? Let them paint a gruesome picture of what happens if the problem continues. Loss of revenue, if it's I can't make payroll, if it's we won't be able to get students into the school anymore. Make them paint the picture. You don't have to paint it for them. How long has this been costing you? So understand how long the issue has been affecting them. Let them say it. You don't have to say it. Let them say it. This works because people act faster to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. So what you're doing is you're making them focus on the pain and making it excruciating for them so that they can avoid it immediately. Uh, if you attended or you watched the previous video, I talked about how my mentor once told me about his neck pain. People want to solve the pain issue once they have it, but they don't really want to do things to gain pleasure. Remember, if you don't sell, So this is the ethics part. We're back to the ethics. If you don't sell, you're hurting them. Uh, However, guide them, nudge them along, but don't push them into it. Don't try to force people. Uh, if your product isn't going to solve their problem, if they're not ready, there's nothing you can do to actually push them to get ready. If you've ever held back from closing a deal because you didn't want to feel pushy, this session, if you go back, understand all the principles, understand the message, this session will change how you see sales forever. That's the point. Uh, a lot of people are in sales, however, they're just in it because there's nothing else to do. Yet, it is the most, uh, it's been ranked to be the top career that has created more millionaires. If you're not selling, you're not making money. The best salespeople don't push harder, they remove the resistance. Instead of trying to break down the wall, they go through the door. Why do you need to break down the wall when you can go through the door? So remove resistance. Again, we have our mastermind. Thank you for attending. This is, we've entered the last slides. We have our mastermind group. It's on WhatsApp. Please feel free to join. We want to try and make it as interactive as possible without taking too much of your time. So we're not just posting unnecessary things. Please feel free to join. If you're not in the group already, you can put it in the comment section and we'll arrange to send you a WhatsApp link for you to join the group. Uh, so What's next? We're going to be releasing more topics coming soon. Every Wednesday, 7:30 to 8 p.m., we're going to be doing the 30-minute sales gym. Hopefully, my lighting will be better next time. Today, we blame it on the power going off. Our mission as SNCT Marketing is to develop strong sales teams. It's our goal. It's what I'm passionate about. It's what I want. It's developing the tools you need as a sales rep and as a sales team, as an organization that wants to improve their sales. That's what we're doing. We're building for you. How we're doing it is through coaching, through mentorship. We're doing live events. We have live events coming up. We're working on that. Once they are ready, we will be posting. You will see them everywhere. We're doing consultancy and strategy planning for organizations that want to grow. Our goals: train individuals, develop strong organizations, and improve how business is done in Uganda. Thank you very much. If there are any questions at this stage, I hope you've been putting them in the comment section. Uh, Thank you, Edward. I will get the link. Could we paste the link in the group, please? The group link. So Edward will arrange to get the link to you. Just We'll probably reply to your comment shortly with the link. So please feel free to review the video. Check out our other social media platforms. We have SNCT.marketing on TikTok. We are here on YouTube. We have our website, snctmarketing.com. Feel free to reach out directly should you need to. Hit us up on our DM. We enjoy talking to salespeople, people who want to grow. For now, I'll call that a wrap. Thank you very much. We have hit 30 minutes. Enjoy your evening.